he doesn't have a staff capable of seriously working through and then following up on emails from 2-some million government employees about what they did that week, and then really checking, well, did they do it well? Like, was the thing accomplished, right? Like, that's not how you do that. Like, what, he's got 50 people at DOGE? Nothing. Um, if you want to do zero-based budgeting, it has to be against a criteria. So coming in and gutting USAID, some of the things USAID does are just extraordinary, right? PEPFAR. Nobody anywhere thought PEPFAR was not an efficient program. PEPFAR is maybe the highest value thing that we have ever done in the US government to save human life through foreign aid. I mean, just bluntly, it's a George W. Bush program. It saved a generation of people from dying of HIV/AIDS. They just turned it off, and they didn't have somebody come in and justify the PEPFAR funding. They just turned it off, as they turned all these different things off, and have never given people a serious effort to come back in and say, this is what we do. They just fired half of the people at DOE. DOE is, if you look at it, DOE has the lowest staffing level of any agency, but the fourth highest appropriation, and it administers the more than $1 trillion higher ed. It is, in overhead terms, one of the leanest of all the agencies, alongside Social Security Agency. They didn't tell those people like what they wanted out of a DOE of half the size. They didn't let those people come in and argue for their jobs. They're just cutting things, and they're not explaining at any point, at any level, what they want to do with them. And then I will also say what they're doing is probably illegal, right? Just this week or last week, a judge said that about 26,000 people need to be rehired by the federal government because their firings were illegal. And now that's going to go up to the Supreme Court, and we'll see what John Roberts and Amy Coney Barrett say, right? That game is not done yet. But they have Congress. I am a person who believes we needed civil service reform. Too hard to hire, too hard to fire, too hard to manage. And they could have gone to Congress. And frankly, at the beginning, Ro Khanna and a bunch of Democrats said they wanted to work with DOGE. Democrats were defeated. If you had wanted to build some amount of like political, bipartisanship, it was there to do, right? Like the Democrats voted for the Lake and Riley bill, the hardcore immigration bill. They were ready to deal. But they didn't want to do that because it is fundamentally for them about political control. And this is my Steelman case for the action. This is a case I believe. What Elon did at Twitter was not make Twitter more efficient. It's not like a better product now. It's a different product. But what he did was he made it controllable. What he did at Twitter was he went into something where he thought the people disagreed with him. And he broke it until he had actual operational control of the thing. And they would do what he wanted them to do. And then he can move it in his direction. What they're doing in the federal government, and this is what Chris Rufo wanted to do, it's what Russ Vought wanted to do, is make the thing controllable. And what they want to do with that control, I don't even think they fully know. But their view is that the federal government is like it is the capital city that they have conquered. And now they need to turn it into something that they can actually use. And in order to do that, I mean, Russ Vought said you need to traumatize the civil servants, right? That was his word, traumatize the civil servants. When, Elon Musk talked about USAID, said it's all worms, no apple. We're going to feed it to the wood chipper. This isn't the language of, let's see who's really doing a good job here and who's not. This is a language of conquering. This is the language of destruction. And they have not articulated new, better goals for it. And nor are they starting with the parts of the government where I think you would start with. Like, what do they want the education department to do? Like, I'm a professional political journalist. I talk to people in the Trump administration. I can't tell you what they want out of it, aside from the fact that they don't like it. And they think it's like a hotbed of other people's power. I can tell you what some conservatives have written about it, but the administration itself has not articulated goals. So like, what I think their view is right now is they're breaking the thing and trying to make the people who would be oppositional either like leave or go into hiding. And then they're going to figure out what they want to do with it. But like right now, they're in the period where you have to sack. And then like later on, you can build yourself your monuments and turn the civil service to your own ends. That is my, like, I don't think it's still, that is what I think is going on.